only fucking Katsura can like bring someone out who's a much better leader than he is in every single way, and then make him the actual leader of the fucking enemy that he's going against. This fucking dumbass motherfucker right now. Oh, yeah, this is my new friend who conveniently looks like the Shogun. We'll call him Sho-chan, because, you know, that's just like... So the entire episode, strangely enough, not focusing on any of the main cast at all, up until, like, the last, like, 5 minutes of the show, where it was, like, pretty much it resolved down to, like, Gintoki's in prison. He's fucked. He's going to Browntown right now because of the whole thing that went down from last week's episode where everyone fucked him over and pretty much nearly murdered the Shogun. Now he hasn't got any memories and he's with Katsura and he's getting flamethrowers, so it's supposedly him getting murdered. And then the entire episode was revolving around, being a leader, and Katsura was kind of showing the ropes, and ended up like the Shogun Shigashigi was actually like proving him like he was a better leader than he was in every single way, and like Katsura was like, oh, you gotta be cool and collected, so we'll play Jenga, so we'll play Uno. It's like, what? You just don't play fucking Uno. Like, I mean, it's a great fucking, you know, bomb building exercise and all that. But when we saw this going through, even when there was like writing like on little cards, it's like, oh, like we'll write nasty things about each other and see who wins the game. But it's like the Shogun just clearly went out. Oh, I couldn't write anything about you, so I colored all of mine in black to say bad things about me. You know, every time like he was just making like fucking Katsura like he was a piece of shit, slimy asshole, and it was just getting worse and worse from there because they pretty much accepted him as the leader, and he was just like, oh, fuck this, I'm gonna rescue Gintoki on my own. And ending that, even the Shogun ended up backing up with all the warriors, getting them all in like a little sort of organized fashion, like getting them into squads, getting them all organized. It was like, okay, you go here, right, break, let's fucking go. Like, and even getting Gintoki out of prison and then having one final duel to conclude who is gonna be the leader. And they both race each other, and Katsura, this motherfucker, like, being a badass, cutting all these arrows, trying to save the Shogun like that. It's like, nah, leader always has to remain cool and collected. He's pulling the shit like he's some Virgil or something like that from Devil May Cry, and ends up injuring him more than the arrows would as he shoved his fucking ass into like one of these like fucking tower things. It's just blood and this giant rock stuck in his ass, and I'm just there like, I can't fucking look, it's too bad, it's too much. And then ends up to fuck with him even more, pulls out the giant rock like out of his asshole, and just like all his clothes just fall off, and it's just like right at the end is like they'll all try to escape. You finally see they arrive, like, because the whole thing was like they were gonna assassinate like Soyahime, like his little sister, and turns out all this time that he actually knew who he was, and they were just testing each other to see what kind of leaders they were, and, and pretty much both of them let each other go because they wanted to understand like what it was like from their side of the perspective, which was very interesting actually. Like, I did actually like that they made an entire joke about the Shogun being there to an actual series, so like everyone was there with their swords pointing. It was Elizabeth and the Joey Patriots like that, and you get to see as well like all of like the Shogun's people there as well. It's just like everyone just left it off, and it was like, oh yeah, sorry Gintoki for that shit. And the episode just ended with fucking Kagura being there, having a sleepover. So he was like, yo, shut the fuck up, and cracks everyone down and fucking murders them. Well then, Gintama's had it, everyone. Thank you very much for reading. Good luck to Sorachi's next work, as Kagura has just murdered half the fucking cast. Just straight there. I mean, it was a very well done episode. Like, surprising enough, like, this is what I like a lot about the series, is that an episode can go without even the main character even being in it like that, or even any of the characters. Like, the Shogun and Katsura were the main people that were keeping the actual episode running. It was just their comedy on the own, and it was just like, it was really well done, and it was really funny, and it's like, I'm looking forward to like the little episodes and jokes that we're gonna be getting next week. So I'm very curious to see like what's going to be happening. I have a feeling for now, after like the whole seriousness that we've had, we're going to be having quite a bit of comedy for a while. So yeah, you're going to have to look forward to some of that. But let's just say, get ready for some seriousness coming up, and probably in the next season, because I think that's when they're going to decide to do some crazy shit. But honestly, it was a great fucking episode. Like, if you're not, I can definitely see the complaints. If you're not a big Katsura fan, you probably wouldn't like this episode, or the Shogun, and it was like, didn't add it too much. I mean, there was quite a bit of development with their characters, like finding out a bit more about each other, because you've never really seen these two interact like that. So it was a good development episode, but I can definitely see some people probably wouldn't like this episode too much as like the sequel to like the whole arc that we just had. So I'd definitely give this one like 7. Like, I think it was a 7 episode, but that's being fair about. I think it was a good episode, but it definitely can have its flaws on there. But I mean, as a Katsura fan, I did really enjoy this episode, and I thought it was really funny. But I can definitely see people not liking this episode as much as like other people would. But that's all from me. I want to thank you so much for watching as always. So I'll see you guys next time.